Hello, I am Zen. Oh, there we go. You can see both the Zen. This is Zen, apparently. You should subscribe because it's so Zen. I mean, if you're later on YouTube. If you're watching this later on YouTube, subscribe for Zenness, which sounds like a supervillain name, honestly. And if you're watching right now on Twitch, well then, subscribe only if you have spare monies. Give me all your spare monies. I will do good things with it. Like, eat food. That's good, right? Food is needed to live. Okay then, where are we? We're there. Excellent. Yes. Yes, we have a plan. Yes. Oh, right. I didn't actually have Discord running, as it turns out. Well, we learn things, don't we? Learning things is fun. Learning things is fun. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. What was I doing? What was I doing? Help! Hello, driver. Welcome, welcome. All right, I see over on the over on the right, Gorlath is also streaming from the depths. We are now in direct from the depths competition. Oh no! Ah well, tad back and forth between us, I guess. What was I doing? Plutono Hub, that's a good idea. Plutono Hub goes here. Plutono Hub, and the first thing I gotta do is get some stuff off the workshop. Hello, Orange! Welcome, welcome. No! I'm gonna be sick. Okay, must pin that. I already pinned it. Okay, good. Alright, so now, we've got an updated Godly helicopter. We have the updated Kakave craft, the Plummet, and we've got a new Stonelight Presence plane, which looks really cool. Alright, I just remembered that, you know what I need? I need my spreadsheet. I cannot leave home without my spreadsheet. It simply will not do. Okay then. Right, first things first, Blue Tono. Indeed. Is your toe blue? Well, too bad, it's going to be. Alright, so I've had double shots of coffee, so hopefully I can make it through the stream without spontaneously combusting. First things first, we need to hop to Plutono. There we go. Do 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 do. Okay, what prevent all calls can do again. That really needs to be updated. Okay, so content. Are we content with our content? We simply must be. Alright, so the Holland Mordor, download, let's put that here. And that was saved over a thing. Right, and there's the new Plummet. And here is the Mamawaira, which is a Incan goddess of air and winds, protectress of the birds, named thing. Very nice. Nice. I like this. Duker did good by the looks of it. Alright, so now let us go and witness these things. So cool indeed. Alright. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Alright. Let's go here. Have a look-see. Because we did see the Holland Mordor last time. Alright, so the rotors still aren't that much bigger. Really think the rotor should be extended a lot further. I really should have saved the old one so I could tell what was the difference between them. First things first, let's see here. Aha! Not exactly spaced armor there, but that'll frickin' do. Alright, so these things apparently strafe now properly. Let's have a look, see? These things over here definitely need to be protected better. Okay, so this is going to be accepted, but I am going to insist that this gets passed along to somebody. Maybe McFist. Maybe somebody else, but yeah. Alright, let's go here. What was I on? Let's go here. Actual fleet colors, thank you. Hello, function from form, my curse and specialty, yeah. So yeah, like, if you look at actual real-life large helicopters, you'll notice that their rotors are massive, so... The main rotor still looks a little bit undersized, but that's okay, we can tweak that. Woo! Thank you! Thank you, Dr. Dooley. You turned off the chest for this? Well, I am very flattered. 10 months of a subscription. Thank you, thank you. Alright, so that needs to be done. And, like, yeah, this is just begging to get shot off. It is not safe just because it's on the side, so... Even something like... This would probably help a lot. There are actually ways of doing... There is, in case anyone's wondering, I'm not going to actually make, like, changes to this right now. We'll save that for later. We're supposed to just look through the... Oh, interesting. This is not stacked on the outside. Ooh. I guess this is a front-sider, so that makes sense. Okay, so if anyone wants to make something like EMP-proof, this is just a handy way to, like, do it. You have a rubber base, a 3x3 rubber base like so, and then you can do stuff like this. You can literally do this, and you can even put, like, heavy armor on this, and it doesn't matter. So it's like... And that's how you, like, just essentially EMP-proof that, like, using rubber. I have tested this. This works... Not only does it works really well. Because EMP cannot jump, like, diagonally. It can apparently jump air gaps if it's big enough, but it can't... It has to go through this rubber to get up there, so... Yeah, that's just for future reference, in case anyone was wondering. For now, I am... Let's combat test this thing. I believe you left a comment, Duker, which is how I remembered that this was a thing. So, let me see. Shall we throw... What should this be tested against, eh? Majesty through Strength Caldari. I don't know what that means. Okay, then. Let's throw this guy... Let's throw this guy against the Franz Magna, just to see what happens. Or not. Okay, let's, do that. And let's just, I don't know, let's just chuck it against the thing. What did I test it against last time? Tested it against, I think, the Thunderstorm? Yeah. Thunderstorm, thunderstorm, thunderstorm. Alright, thunderstorm. Why is that loading in? What was it? 3 thunderstorms or something? I think that was it. Aha! I see this has smoke now. Took that like a champion, me likey. Yeah, I can see these helicopters being a menace to health and society. Do approve. Except one of them is getting flanked. That's bad. Hooray for Div Seawers. Whee! Alright, to be fair, the thunderstorm is bloody strong. Does it only have smoke on the front? Hold on, let's go look at the more intact one. Let's go here, blueprint. Nope, it has smoke all along. Maybe 3 was a bit much. Okay, then. I mean, like, I think this can be made more godly, but we will worry about that later. It'll do for now. Okay, then. So, I'm going to go chuck this. Hold on a second. Lovely. Okay, so I'm gonna go chuck this. Where it needs to be. Which is over in the swell updated. So, Duca, if you want to go put that in the updated blueprint section of the custom campaign Discord, the Platona one specifically, that would be good. If you don't know where to go, that's okay. I will do it. Do let me know. Alright, so the hull and mortar. So now let us censor this violence. Let us first copy that because that's a good idea. Right, so helicopter. Right, Cyrus plays and Duke are the same person, right? Jeez. Let's see here. Yep, that's the one. Wait, am I? Cyrus plays. Right. Was I getting people confused? Was I an idiot in getting people confused? I think I might have been. Okay. Right. Well done, Cyrus plays. Right, and if I go reset, and that is nice and green. Let's just go check to see. Hull and mortar. Squad. Wah! Alright. I want to go see if this is already put in the place. Where is it? Is the place? Yay! Okay then. Okay, it's already there. Perfect. And Tactical Spaghetti's already got it. Excellent. Okay then, that was easy. That was easy. Right, we're moving right along. Alright, so next is the updated... What was the Glacave thingy? The Glacave thingy was the Plummet Mark II. What's the Plummet? Oh, this is the Plummet, I think. This is Orange updating their stuff again. Indeed. Oops, that was the wrong fleet color. We want Glacave fleet color. What the hell's happening? Oh, spawned it in on wrong team. Yep. Yes. Splendid. Oh, I like how it kind of has eyeballs. That's nice. Okay then, so this is the Plummet. Let's refresh my terrible memory. Where is the Plummet? Which is a medium difficulty hover tank. Let's spawn in the old Plummet for comparison. Glacave, whoops, Glacave updated, hover tank, plum, stuck in his hand, and oh, okay, so that's 135, 727. All right, you did mention this was cheaper, so we go look at the old Plummet. Aha, I remember now. This is the dual crammed thing. Alright, so that's what that looks like. Oh. Oh, the lasers are gone. Because the lasers were tiny and not doing much. Also, I believe, 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Oh, right. Okay, so this is like taking advantage of revised rules of 3 weapons rather than 4. I do seem to recall the Plummet was one of the earliest submissions. Yeah. Old Plummet looks terrible. Does it? Oh, yeah, no, I see what you mean. I personally don't think it looks bad, but the new one definitely looks better. Oh, no. Huh. I was about to say that rubber saved the day, but it didn't. Alright, so that's 106 meters per second, and that is 99 meters per second. Alright, let's chuck the Plummet against something. Let's chuck the Plummet against, we're gonna throw it against a commodity, because that's funny. So, there we go. Where's the commodity? Let's throw it against a bunch of commodities because that's funny. I don't care who you are, that's funny. Alright, shoebox with random deco stuff on top of it. Old plummet got jealous. Yeah, that's what happened. Okay then. Ooh, and the cram traces, hell yeah. Alright, so that missed, but that's okay. In case anyone's wondering, like, more so than other weapon types, like, really, crams are, like, for frontsiders, really. What is happening to this guy? Is he on fire? Nope. Okay. What's happening here? Oh, missiles. Fire the missiles. Fire the missiles. Do it. What the... Are these remote guided? Hang on a second. These are indeed remote guided. That is quite nasty. Maybe 3 commodities was a bit much. Nope. Oh wow, 2 targets at once. Alright, these crams are really struggling to hit. Why is that? Alright, low stability. Okay, so the required accuracy before fire isn't set, so that's probably a good thing to do. And what is the... Alright, so if we destroy all this, what's the barrel composition? Okay then, that did not hide mimics the way I wanted it to. Right, where's that firing piece? I see elevation. No, that's yeah, that's okay. That is an issue. Is that this thing is unstable and crams do not like instability. Forgot that. Of course, pretty sure it's just instability. Speaking of missiles, are we planning to allow missile bread once it's unstable? Good question. I think at the moment, we're gonna have to see how busted a missile bread is. So for now, it's yes, but we're gonna have to see what people make of it. Like, if people can do like insanely overpowered things with it, which they shouldn't be able to, because this is not Lua. Yeah. We're gonna wait and see what people cook up with it, so keep an eye out with it. If it's too crazy, then we'll have to say no. It's a medium, so I thought it would be fine. It's fine, yeah. Won't be as powerful as Lua's missiles, for sure. Yep, okay, so inaccurate crams, that's fine. Honestly, I think of crams as emotional support artillery these days. Anyway, this is bloody gorgeous. Well done, Orange. And that's all full up, so I'm going to replace my plummet with this one. So we're gonna go here. I'm gonna go here. Hopper tank. Plummet. And I'm gonna delete the old plummet. And we're gonna go here. And I believe you've already chucked. Yes. Alright, cool. Finishing up the new plummet. Excellent. That's already where it's supposed to be. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Lovely, lovely. Alright, so now the new Stone Knight thing. It's close. You can easily do the top-down thing when people complain about with Lua. Okay. That's one of the things that makes Lua so strong, but far from the limit. I think one of the... Actually, what is one of the reasons that Lua missiles are OP? I think, like, you can, like, write Lua code that makes things go, like, straight for AI mainframes and stuff like that. So I think that's one of the main problems that people have with it, is because you can just, like, circumvent the whole damn game. Okay then, so this is the Mama Waira. This thing's gorgeous. I love it already. Alright, Stone Knight Presents. This is Duker. Alright, so Duker, I was getting you confused with Cyrus Plays earlier, and I apologize for that. Oops. Alright, so no spaced armor on top, spaced armor on the bottom, at least with poles. Okay. Duka, what were you saying earlier about, like, your builds being, like, function over form? Because this, honestly, this looks pretty good. Me likey. It looks distinct. It looks interesting. Alright, so what is this thing packing? This is, mostly plasma cannon. Is this a pack bomber? Is that what this is? Right, I see mostly plasma. I see laser components. And plasma. Wait, where's the pack bits? Am I blind? I think I might be blind. Blind. I think I might be. Oh, that's plasma cannon. Sorry. Whoops. Okay, burb. That's one of the things. Burb. The way my cells can do a lot of things. Ignore GPP costs, ignore ACM, get perfect allocation. Pack, it has no back. Yep, sorry. I get pack and plasma confused. Alright, so this is to look at the Steam Workshop again. This is medium, yeah? Alright, so aiming for medium bird-like. Let's go find that slot. Looks like birds. Yeah, so this goes with the Aethon, which is a thing I made, I believe. So yeah, lovely, lovely. How fast is this? It scuttles along about 95 meters per second. Alright, so this is around 200k. Let's fling this. First off, let's fling this against a 200k stone-like thing. That's in the medium section. Let's have a look-see. Well, we can throw it against the Mara, since that's in the medium section. Actually, let's throw it against the Naga, why not? Which admittedly is an older design built with the older rule set, so this might not be 100% fair. Alright, so let's go. Stonelight updated. Planes. There's the Naga. Oh, interesting. I've got like an old blueprint screenshot for this. Alright, so it's here. Stonelight presence. I'm gonna spawn in 2 of these. This is probably not what this is designed to fight, but... Oh, these things are slow as... Ah, plasma. Lots of. How you doing? Alright, you're doing fine. Doing fine, lads. Yep, that breadboard is doing what breadboard does best. Coming back around for another go. What kind of plasma is that? Alright then. Goes pew pew pew. Right, shots per charge. Okay, so this is a destabilized plasma. Which is not tremendously helpful against flying bricks like this. So what is this thing's role, so to speak? This could have quite nasty burst plasma, actually. I see burning. No, I don't. One charge plasma. No, it's worth. Yeah, nope, destabilized. Bread muscles also have to dedicate 2 whole modules to guidance. The bread module is otherwise dead weight, much like signal processor. I've seen people discuss ways to maybe kind of replicate some of those red mess, a lot more fiddly and probably less reliable. It's supposed to be medium. Yeah, no, this reads as medium to me. If you're flinging something soft and squishy against this, yeah, I can see this thing being a problem because, and here's important, this thing actually reminds me of the Alcazar. Weird thing, I know, but like 200k is a price that the AI likes to spam. And because this thing is a flying brick of heavy armor, and it has stuff that can catch fast targets, and it has lasers and stuff like that, yeah, I can see, this is a solid medium design, and also it looks cool, which is very important. Well done, Duker. I like this thing. It's also holding its own against an existing medium design. 93%. It's gonna lose because it's like, I don't know. The Naga probably needs tweaking. This thing is, Hold on, I'm gonna make a note on the Naga. We can probably make this thing a lot lighter and faster. Alright, let's go here. How you doing? You are losing bit by bit. Alright, now I'm going to chuck this against a ship, just to see what happens. A medium-ish Soul Republic design. Alright, so let's go... where are we? Mama Waira. There we go. Nice. Where the boys? Okay, so now let's go find... Turn that off. I'm just going to save it like that, because that connection rules thing drives me nuts. Oh, also, let's see here. Are you set correctly? Yes, you are! Have yourself a cookie, Duker. A delicious cookie. Alright, so let's go find a medium-ish Soul Republic design. Let's go, right, medium-ish, medium-ish. Let's have a look. Let's have a look-see. So, fabric. So, ships. Let's find as the Unbreakable. Swordfish. Too much. Arbiter. Arbiter. Wydra. Let's try that. Azrael, let's see. Azrael. Probably the Wydra, honestly. Yeah, there we go. Let's just chuck you in there. See how you do. How's this thing's missile defense is the question. Whoa! That helicopter came out of nowhere. Ah! Hold on a second. This thing has no munition defense. It does kind of... I think it does kind of need it. At the very least, decoys on the wingtips or something. Because that lambs is not going to cut it. Or maybe it is. Alright, first pass. Alright. Well, maybe it doesn't. Maybe it just needs the lamps. Again, it's a medium. Okay. Man, the Chinese embassy thinks my beard is a face covering, doesn't want me to let me use my picture for What? What? Just missed that. We gotta check something here. What's this? This is signal processor, active radar seeker. Look at this adorable frickin' helicopter. Whee! Alright, I am a happy chappy with this thing. If we need to upgrade it, we will. Alright, so let's put you here and here. Paste. And just put there. And Duker, if you haven't already, if you could chuck that in the... Alright, so the previous two things was updated things. Oh, wait, no. I need to actually do the thing. Whoop! Thank you, Eliaval, for the hydrate. I need to actually do changelog stuff. Oh, I made a mess. I've been a messy boy. Okay. Alright, so... just to be clear... so probably helicopter. Holland motor is basically new. So we're gonna go here. And great. And so there's 2 new craft added. A stone light. And a Soul Republic design. So I'm just gonna make a note of that. Notey note. Right here, platoon changelog. Please enjoy this thing on screen. It is the 13th, the lucky number of the 11th, 2025, at least for me! I don't know what date it is for you. You probably live in the past because I live in the future. Excuse me. Stone Light presents. Plane. And craft added. So Wowell Republic. Helicopter. Which is that thing? Where is it? Where's it? Where's it? Where's it? Holland Mortar. I'm gonna call it Duo. Because it's called Duo. The blueprint is called Duo, so might as well be consistent. Okay then, time for the change log. Please excuse me. We will get to the space shuttle building very soon. Very soon indeed. Finally done. Okay then. Right, who's winning here? Okay, so the Mama Wadra is wait, did that helicopter just get evaporated? I think it did. Or maybe you lost chunks off your butt. Did you lose chunks off your butt? Did you lose chunks off your butt? How dare you lose chunks off your butt? That's a weird thing to say. I'm going to stop saying it now. I have to say, rapid fire plasma is very fun and satisfying. It sounds cool and everything, but ye gods, it's a little bit underwhelming in the damage it does against anything that isn't a soft, squishy target. All right, let's go here. Let's go here. Okay then, so it is the 13th of the 11th. 13th letter. Plane. Oops. And also Seoul Republic. Seoul Republic. Helicopter. Holland Mortar Duo. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful, I say. Cut yourself. Should I put it? Yeah, oh yes, I did. Oh, sorry, Duker. Yes, updated blueprint channel, the most up-to-date blueprint you have. And, hopefully, Spaghetti will grab it, and it will be good. Thank you. Yo, Border, you have a Discord. I have a Patreon Discord, which is for Patreon members. This campaign is being constructed, or organized, in a subsection of the Custom Campaign Discord, which is a public Discord, which means I don't have to worry about moderating it, which is a huge relief for me, honestly. Plasma shot gets more damage per charge anyway. One charge plasma is pretty bad, often doesn't kill any blocks. Yeah, so, I've heard, the bird is the word, but I've heard from people that the optimum plasma charge is 7, because that's enough to kill a heavy armor wedge, plus a bit extra. So if you're shooting at things like the Pyre, which spam wedges, that's what you go with. Alright, it is space shuttle time. Well, we did that very quickly, didn't we? It's, I'm going to adjust my to-do list, because I have a to-do list, because I'm a big nerd! Alright, hopefully no one ambushes me with canoe building. Why did I say that out loud? Gonna go to Sketchfab, over here. We're gonna build that frickin' space shuttle, aren't we? Hell yeah. Right, where were we with our space shuttle? Where were we? Where were we? I forgot about the Thoth. I forgot about this... I forgot about this silly friend. Which is very different if you spawn it in all colors. Oh, it's still pretty. Yay. It's as easy as swapping the muzzle to have it shoot single large charge thing they said. Or whatever feels appropriate. 7 charges per shot I think is the minimum to be really effective. Like, I wouldn't worry too much about it, Duka, because remember, medium design. It doesn't have to be 100% optimized. Let's go to here and work in progress. SR Deadly Space Shuttle. Right, where were we? Where were we? We were basically doing the outside of this thing first. So, we need... Yeah, this Sketchfab model is like, beat the hell up. Alright, so the tail is about the same length as the wings. So I'm going to measure that, and it's quite steeply sloped. So I'm going to go with 2 meter. This, by the way, is... I think it was John McFist who actually... linked this in chat. This is a beaten up model. But yeah, this is what I'm working with. This is very handy. Okay, then. This isn't something you necessarily have to change on this design, just notes for the future. Yep, bird's still the word? I guess so. Okay, then. Let's look at this thing's booty. Sketchfab is very helpful. Alright, let's see here... Interesting. This thing has a lot of engines back here. Like, a lot of them. Okay, then. Okay, then. There's also this weird kind of, like... technical language on that, so... It is about the same length, isn't it? Alright, so we're gonna go here, measure this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... 7 times 4 is 28, I believe. So it's going to be something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which seems really damn big, but yeah, no, like the space shuttle. This thing has a tail on it. Like, you see how tall that fin is. Because, I think it's high stakes and you really need to steer. Oh, who's leaving? Okay, bye, driver. Did we already decide on weapons for the shuttle? Yes. Because the space shuttle opens up on top to, like, do, like, space work and stuff like that. My thinking was that it either opens up for 2 huge missiles or a whole bunch of large missiles. And it spawns in with a sub-object laser drone for fly-swatting purposes. So yeah, remote guided as well. Because we ain't no dummies. I might spam radar-guided missiles most of the time, but not today. Alright, let's look here. So, about level with the edge of this is where we start. About here. It's about here. Then, this is more one of these, isn't it? Nope, that's 2. Right, I'm gonna do this. Gonna do this and see how that looks. Is that looking right? No, it is not. Okay. This is the, like, so Old Republic replica builds, man. Replica builds. They scare me. They scare me so much. Seems excessive. I do have to bear in mind that I think I've made the wingspan a bit wider than what it usually is on the space shuttle, so... Maybe just fall back from that. Because... Okay, and we're gonna go something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Does that look right? Looks mostly right. Where is that going to go? Is it gonna go where I want it to? No, it isn't. The building begins. The building begins. Dun 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 dun. So it's about deer, and then whoops, about deer and quite a sharp bend over there, and then a bunch of these. Which actually gets narrower, so I'm going to do 2 meter things there. It is not easy trying to do... Thank you, Dr. Pigeon Man. Alright, to be honest, I just googled Space Shuttle 3D model and went to the first result. Yep, fair enough. He had 2 huge missiles with a lot of cluster missiles. We could try that. I still think this is going to end up too small, but we'll see. This is double the length of the real space shuttle, so it's not a small design per se. There's also a lot of room in there, so far anyway. Oh hey, that works out, mostly. Alright then, we have tail. Must bear in mind, it does not need to be an exact replica of the space shuttle, because I will go mental. This is not as bad, I have to say, as the USS Alaska back when I did that. Anyone here watch that stream? Either live or the VOD? My brain hurt so much after doing that. It was good practice for Platono in terms of brain hurty. Alright, how does that look? That is actually a lot sharper than what things look like, and I need to bear in mind, right, I'm going to paint this now, just while I remember, because it's not going to be right, otherwise it's just the leading edge that is black. And the rear edge is not black. Oops. Actually, it is the hull edge that's black. Interesting. Interesting. Interesting, I say. Almost like all the internals of this damn thing are black. I'm building a space shuttle, thank you, Alice. Just building a shuttle. Space shuttle needs to be built for space shuttling purposes. We got to build a space shuttle to space shuttle our stuff into space. Space shuttle space. There is space for our space shuttle. I love how I'm not matching the music at all. Good day, Diffident Alice. Thank you for the song redeem. There was a song in my heart, and now it's out. Oops. Alright, so I'm not gonna match this exactly because I will go cuckoo crazy. Let's see, can I get away with that? No, I cannot get away with that. I guess that's my cow noise. I mean, I guess this thing is kind of cow-colored, so it's like... cow colors. Moo! Ah! Border Wisdom. Border Wisdom is, always remember to include seatbelts on your space shuttle, because this thing pulls serious G's, as the kids say, or as the scientists say. Yep, seatbelts on the space shuttle. That's good. Good wisdom, Borderwise. Good wisdom. That right there is some tasty Border Wisdom. You're welcome. At least I hope you're welcome. You are welcome here in the space shuttle stream. What the hell did I just do? Right, so that is not exactly like what the tail fin of this is supposed to be. I'm gonna go nuts if I try and replicate it perfectly, though, so... Or maybe I don't have to go nuts. Nope. This mon is nuts and is so cool. This mon? As in Pokemon? Alright, so now I will paint the wings. I will also say you saw last stream was saying, let's not build a godly, and yet here we are. You know, you got a point. You got a point. Oh, blastable. I immediately painted the wrong thing. You have a point, John. You have a point. I said no godlies, and look what I'm doing. Look what me do. Look what me do. Look what I've done with myself. Look what I've done with my life. Okay, then. Gotta do the edges. If anyone's wondering why I'm not using the paint tool, this requires precision and grace. And I will party on your face. I will not party on your face. That would be mean. Man, I hope this thing could actually be godly. So how's everyone doing today? I'm feeling good. I'm in a space shuttle-y mood. Space shuttle-y mood. Space shuttle-y mood. Okay, so very pretty. Except the leading edge has kind of like black patterny things on it, so I'm just gonna have a black band run right from here to here, so they're very... Uh-oh. Okay. Now, you see, here's the thing. I could deco all of that, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna try and be smirt. Mostly smirt. Alright. How the hell do you do these little panels? Like so. Do I even want to do those panels? Do I even want to do those panels? Bit stressed currently, but not for much longer. That sounds ominous. What is stressing you out, Orange? I'm doing alright. Should have time to put some more work to Plutona Test 10. Yes! Thank you! Awesome! Wait, I have an idea. I have a crazy idea. That does not require doing what I was doing previously. Wait, no, I do need that black line. Damn it. Wait, this is only 1 meter. Right, and the underside of this is completely black, which is, annoying. I, for some reason, thought that this was not going to be... Wait a minute. Like, right, I played myself. I played myself wonderfully. Alright, so, we go... Wait, what color was this? 4. We are gonna have to sneak fleet colors on here somewhere, otherwise I'm gonna be a damn hypocrite for telling other people to use fleet colors when I completely fail to do so. Okay then, I'm just working on a space shuttle, and this is supposed to be a godly, and I'm starting with the aesthetics, which, as we all know, is an excellent idea, because I am so good at aesthetics. So good at them. Right, so it's got that black line there, so to speak, and we're going to put a black line about... and then a bunch of panels. Alright then. There's a trick for this. I know there's a trick. Where's the bloody window block? There it is. So here's what you do. Kind of, sort of. So, looking at the reference... Exams mostly. Oh yeah, that'll do it. Covered in black alloy plates on the bottom. I'd rather not inflate the block count by doing that, but it's something like what we're gonna do. We got 4 meter long plates now. You're right, we do. You are smart. You are smart. You are smart. Okay. That is what I want to do. That is what I want to do. That is what I want to do. So, if we go like here to my handy rubber template thing, and if I go here, and up, down, how big is those? We're gonna make him left, right, 2 meters, forward, backwards. Oops. Let's make him like, yes. Something like that. Up, down positioning. Yes. Yes. We got something like that. Two, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. What does that do at the edge of the thing? It just kind of keeps going. 2, 1, 2. Balls. Actually. Mm-hmm. Okay, groovy. That is space shuttle-y. It is wonderfully space shuttle-y. Okay, we've got 4 meter long plates now. Yes, sir. Catching up on chat. Catching up on chat. Catching up on chat. Now, now, now. Now, 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 now. Now, 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 now. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. I do like... I have a really horrible habit of, like, singing tunes that do not match the background music, like, at all. Yeah, okay, so do that, and do this, and I'm going to do my rubber trick. Always remember the rubber trick, folks. It'll stop you from getting pregnant. Stop. Just don't think too hard about what I just said, because I certainly didn't. Okay, I'm liking how this looks. This is currently just a... I should do this more often, honestly. It's a fun exercise to do. It's like, think, alright, make a pretty shell of something, and then figure out how to jam all your bits into it. It runs completely contrary to the advice from people who know what they're doing, but it's frickin' worth it. I need to do something about that tail. Balls, okay. How do... Okay, using the rubber trick again. Building the show for script for aesthetics and just be limited in combat effectiveness. Yep. Yep. That is very true, very true, very true. And she's coming around the corner. She's making the band. She's running really fast. I don't know why I'm doing a racing announcer right now. It's summoned forth within my very being. Okay, then I should have done that from the top. Why didn't I do that? Okay. So up there. Last damn, this is difficult. I'm going to artistically represent something. And artistically representing things is difficult. I don't like doing it, but I must. Adam Scissor, Sidlin. How do... Right, I'm literally just I've been going back and forth on what the hell I'm doing here. Oh, bollocks, I got the shape of the tail fin wrong. That's what it's called, right? The fin. It actually needs to extend out a lot more. Balls! Okay, so it's there. And then there's a quite noticeable, like... something like this. It really sticks out there. Right, so we're gonna do this now, and we're gonna undo all our damn good work. Well, not all our damn good work, but, you know, enough of it. Actually, this new work is gonna be better than the old work. Did you know? Gamer, did you know? There we go, there we go. Space shuttling is happening. Excellent space shuttling. This is truly the artistic bit of From the Depths, I do have to say, because, ye gods, you do a thing and then undo a thing, and then, like, you gotta do the thing again. Balls, that doesn't work. No, it doesn't work. Doesn't work, doesn't work, doesn't work, I say. Well, now works. Kind of. Sort of. Not really. Okay then. And done. Right, that tail is a lot broader now than it used to be. Okay then, big part of why I'll never be able to make all the designs care too much about the rule of cool to reach that. Honestly, not a bad way to go. Because, honestly, Metacraft are really draining to make. I'm not sure I'll ever be able to make a... I don't know. I have not made something as big as the Drachenslong. Since I made the Drachenslong, I think. I'm not sure I have any battleships left in me, that's for sure. Not that battleships are meta in From the Depths, but yeah. Okay, let's go, like... So... And then this is going to be 2 meters, I hope. Maybe not. Maybe yes. Alright, yes, this is what I want. This is what... There we go. There we go. And it goes to about here. Actually, over there. Then straight across. I know this is supposed to be actually a movable on the space shuttle, but okay then. Set out with a concept. Like a weapon specs and how much than Optimus. Wait, you can have something in mind before you start building? Yeah, I know, right? News to me too. What the hell? It's been an hour. Very rarely build like meta frontsiders, for example. Maybe I should stop planning what my builds do. Wouldn't end up with a bunch of hardware. I do tell people, like, it's in one of my videos, like, on, like, advice for new players to From the Depths. For the love of everything, like, you gotta plan things out ahead of time. Do I do that? No! I never do that. And then I wonder why I don't, like, it's hard for me to build stuff. I mean, I kind of plan things out ahead of time, but not in a way that's actually, you know, helpful. Okay, I have succeeded in making the tail look taily. That, honestly, is pretty good space shuttlage. I should probably, you know what would be funny? Well, actually, you know what would be good? Main menu time. Chat, you've been very good. You deserve main menu time. But yeah, this is looking pretty good so far. It is actually looking quite space shuttle-y. Do need to redo the underside there. How tall is this? This is pretty tall. We could fit a lot of large missiles in there. This is why I do even with builds. I draw them on graph paper first. Interesting. Yeah. I don't plan ahead fully, but if I don't have a rough idea, I can't even start. I generally have a rough idea. Sometimes I've found success just by switching my brain off and just vibing. But at other times, that don't work so well. Alright, I am going to distract you with the main menu. And I'm going to... What am I going to do? I'm going to just get up and stretch, because I've already had too much coffee. Can't have another cuppa. So I think I'm going to have a soothing cup of tea. Soothing cup of tea. Right, main menu. And... webcam. And ads. Please survive the ads. If you die because of ads, I'll be very sad. Oh, lordy, that camera. Okay. I'm terribly sorry. I kind of wish that it wouldn't do that. Right, let's catch up on chat a little bit. But first I'll turn my face back on. Ah! My face is turned on. That's terrible. Way more sunlight on it as well. Damn, I'm pale. Okay. I do enjoy the challenge trying to wring as much combat effectiveness out if I can out of existing shell. Brain explosion energy. If I remember, you said the campaign need have free space and godly vehicles, right? What? 1,000 grams of pure caffeine? What do you mean? If I remember, the space for godly vehicles. Yeah, some and Sunlight. Yep. I think there's almost only godlies missing in Sunlight, especially with medium one less now. Let's pull up the spreadsheet. Let's go find... Okay, so, what are we waiting on? Driver is working on a house, for the Soul Republic, which means that, and I'm working on the space shuttle right now. In fact, I'm gonna do this. Order-wise, working on it. Alright. Yeah, so I think we've got 2 people working on godly AFVs / tanks for the Glakave Dominion. These things need to be redone. What else? I think godly slots are... We've got 2 reserved. Random Top Hat is apparently working on the boss craft for Stone Knight. And, what happened to the Bahamut? I think it got removed entirely. Atlas Burden. Yep, that needs to be just fixed. John McFist is apparently working on a Godly Thrustercraft. We do have a spot open for a Godly Thrustercraft for Stone Knight, because apparently there's not that many. There's like 4 so far. Then there's a bunch of Godly Plane / aircraft. So the T-Lad is working on a bird. And Snake, someone, I think, nah, I'm not sure. And anyway, there's a godly UFO, and the Ra is already there. And a light air galley, there's a spot for that. And another, there's a medium one. And Azusa's working on one of those. And there's a spot open for a super heavy air galley. And that's about it. There's not many spaces left. Your pales the white flares. What is the campaign? Plutono. So Pluto... NOE on the end. Okay, let us proceed with our frickin'... What am I doing? Let us proceed with our frickin' space shuttle. Talad's bird is looking amazing. Oh, I need to go see that. And very scary. Nice. This is what I get for not looking up the... I really need to get out in the sun more. Jeez. It is now getting close to summer here in New Zealand, and when I've gone outside, I have, like... felt almost physically sick and fatigued when getting back, which is a sign that, like, you get overdosed on sunlight easily. That's bad. That's very bad. This is why it's actually good to get outside at least once per day. Okay. Alright, so here we have 30k of thing. Alright, so next, what we got to do is just fill this with applique, not applique, plates. Alloy plate, alloy plate. Alright, thank goodness that we have the thing. Thank goodness we have the thing. Does mean that this thing is gonna lose health, like, very, very quickly if anything lands shots on it. Which, is not ideal, which means which is why I was gonna, like, deco this, or even make the wings, like, 2 meters thick. Which we can still do. We have the power. We have the technology. Gentlemen, we can rebuild him. We have the technology. Okay, then... Jolly good. Jolly good, jolly good. This is what plates were for. This is what plates were for. This is what plates were for. Plates were for eating your dinner off of. It's also going to create a nice block cluster for craft to aim at things other than the delicious internals. How's our block? Our block count's actually fine. What the hell am I? This thing isn't gonna have cram cannons. What am I worried about? What am I worried about? Aucklanders talk about Christchurch the way Floridians talk about New York City. Other way round. Like, what the hell do you mean? Like, you realize that Christchurch is the weird southern bit, right? Full of, like, religious fundamentalists. No disrespect to Christchurch. I mean, you could use applique, is not? What? Also, that's a random thing to just throw into the conversation, Dr. Dooley. Okay. NZ upside down. I meant in terms of weather, specifically. Oh! Well, that was very important context that was necessary, so thank you for clarifying. Alright, then. As in, like, you will freeze to death down there. In New Zealand's not upside down, the rest of the world is upside down. Okay, then. Dare I make this happen? I'm sure. This is my applique. What? This is my applique song. Won't you help and sing along? What? Why? Tell me. Oh, huh? Why is it not letting me seal? Aha! That's why it's not letting me seal. That is why it's not letting me, baby. I compare you to a kiss from the rose on the grave. There we frickin' go. Context is easily lost with the delay. It was in response to your talk about the NZ weather. Oh! Okay, so you have to keep in mind the streamer never remembers what they say. They easily forget what they say. I've dropped a picture of the globe that should be used for space travel. In general, Borderwise will like it. Uh-oh. Delay and Border now checking cat constantly. Not checking cat. Well, I'm concentrating, alright? I've got a space shuttle to build. Don't you lot have a space shuttle to build? Alright, so we've basically finished the shell. Which is very nice. And I'm going to do the thing now, which people may or may not like. Which is... Alright, we need solid black booty. Which is basically, I'm going to keep this thing unarmored, combat tested, and then I'm going to put heavy armor in the places which need it. Shock horror. Whoops. Alright, chat. Just chat. Maybe you should get a second pair of eyes. That wasn't a condemnation, that's how it is. Yeah. True. Sorry, I acted defensively and impulsively. Alright, so, Space Shuttle has kind of a butt flange. That's the technical term for it. It looks something like this, and then the big engines go ring-a-ding-a-ding, and I just realized that I need to do a little bulge. Good news, everyone! Bulge is happening. What is bulge? Oh, you're going to find out. You're gonna love it. I am going to drop this down a touch so I can see what I'm doing. Alright then. Bulge. Le bulge. Le bulge. Le bulge. Le bulge extraordinaire. Okay, I did that wrong. I did that wrong again. How do I keep... Why? Ah! Okay, bulge is hard. We're learning things. Bulge is difficult. If you have a bulge, you might be entitled to financial compensation. Ask your doctor about bulge today. Because bulge claims the lives of every human being eventually. When something bulges, it bulges in a way that will kill you, probably. What the hell am I saying? I'm gonna drink my tea for a second. The image should be the flag on the space shuttle you build. You know, I don't usually check Discord when I do this, but, you know what? I'm glad I did. This is indeed the correct alignment of the globe. America? Europe? I don't know what that is. There's only New Zealand, Australia, Papua New Guinea, and Antarctica. Okay, well done, Dr. Dooley. What is he I don't know, man. Sometimes the mouth runs on automatic when you build the space shuttle. Okay, then I need to check that. This is not going to be perfect. Unfortunately. How much does a bulge look like that? It bulges a bit. It bulges a smidge. It bulges. Okay, so it looked like that, and then it looked like... Then it just go like that. It's always the question of how close do I want to be? How close do I want to be to the bees? If you're willing to push NZ down to the left, you can actually get basically just NZ in the Pacific Ocean. Hell yeah. The bulge looks like an air brake. Yeah, well, let me show you what I'm talking about. So the bulge in particular is this, which I believe is some engine-y type thing there. It does something. What the hell? Damn, I think those are actually what you would call it. Those are turning thrusters. It is so weird to like, because I'm so used to like the from the depths turning thrusters, that like seeing them in real life is like, it's like, huh, yeah, actually, it's based on real stuff. Like there are boats, like you can see them on the front there. There's more of them. I think that's what they are anyway. But yeah, it's like, that is a real thing. But I'm so used to seeing it in a From the Depths context that it kind of feels weird. So it's like, how about that? Alright. Right. This has turned into let us make the replica space shuttle. Which most people are probably fine with. Probably! Probably. If you're not fine with this, consult with your doctor. Because I'm not listening. Oh dear. Right, unfortunately it's hard to get a nice, round shape in front of the depths, so... This is gonna have to... Oh god, no, that does not look right at all. Ooh. Oh, the problem is that it has this kind of weird slopiness. Alright, I'm gonna try and do this better. Because this is difficult. Oh boy. Oh boy. Right, I am just going to slope my way. I'm going to slope my way this way. That was meant to say thrust. What would the word be saying? How much thrust does your bolt have? Sufficient. Shroud for the thrust. Okay, that's the term for it. Thank you. The engine bulge, RCS. All my space knowledge comes from KSB, RSC trustees, RCS. Think the bulge is like fuel storage for the extra engine. Looks cool with the slope. Remember the transition blocks. Thank you for reminding me of the transition blocks. That was meant to say thrust. I've been playing stock KSB again. Alright, so remind me, people. Apparently, Kerbal Space Program 2 was, not good. Apparently, it did not go well. Ah, bugger it. I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna try this again. Try it again. I've gotta rebuild my bulge. Don't you hate it when you gotta rebuild your bulge? So inconvenient. So inconvenient to rebuild your bulge. That is the closest we're gonna get to the bulge. And I do need to remember them transition things. Should be playing KSP was good. Kerbal Space was good. KSP 2 was a disaster launch, but the company was promised a bonus if they hit targets. They were wet to hit targets so that the rug pulled and were forced to release early. Like the ideas of the game were very promising, like they were going for, but massive performance issues launched, very few features. Then the dev got suffered a year afterwards. Like, yeah, it's almost like executives don't understand that when you're doing creative work, the last thing you should do is like do it quick and you'll get rewarded, because it almost universally causes people to stuff it up. So well done, lads, that's not what you should have done. That's why apparently the sensible thing to do is, like, artists, just pay them more to begin with to take the pressure off them. And then with things like coding or engineering and stuff like that, you give them bonuses that are actually manageable. Because that is the kind of work where you can just be like, alright, crank it out, and then she'll be right. Apparently, that's what I've heard. How the hell am I supposed to do this? The problem is that these engine shrouds are round. They are round, round, round. I might have to get creative here. Man, I hate getting creative. That's a lie, I don't actually hate it. But, right, I'm just gonna have to do clever things. Clever things. Clever things with my brain. Oh boy. Nope, that does not look right either. I mean, it doesn't look right if you look at it, and then you're like, oh, no, wait a minute. Oh, dang it. That is the closest he can get. I feel like 90% of failed games with substantial budget due to mismanagement, crunch, and false delivery. Yeah, that is accurate. It's the executives who don't understand or care about the process, just basically wanting to, like, there is an optimal level of executive management for anything, I think. Speaking to someone who's basically not worked in an office long term, like, ever. But, the problem is that a lot of executives are there because they're egotistical people who think they know best. And so they meddle in the wrong way. And they try and, like, hurry up, buttercup. And, yeah, it does not work out well. It does not work out well at all. Okay, that's a very smooth transition there. Very smooth transition. Okay, then, okay, then, okay. Then, okay, I think we're gonna manage this. We are going to succeed, damn it. Okay, we're succeeding, damn it. I think, maybe... Okay, then. It's almost like a block-based game. This is difficult. Okay. Save. For the love of everything, save. Alright. Cool, cool, cool. As usual, money ruins everything. Well, it's not money per se. It's people wanting excessive amounts of it. Now! Yeah, that ruins everything. Measurement of what success is. Main reason I don't really bother with new titles. Oh! Let me go on a rant. How many mothers to get this baby born in 2 months? That's a very good way to sum up. I want to rant about Dragon's Dogma 2, which I was playing in my spare time, and sadly, it is my sister's birthday present to me, as requested. Yes, I get birthday presents like a big boy. I quit playing it. I'm not going to finish it, because it's bad. Or at least it is bad in ways that are mean I don't want to play it anymore. It is a classic AAA thing of, like, you know, appearance over functionality, and trying to be cinematic in a bizarre way over making the gameplay feel good. That is my opinion. I literally left a review of it because I was so angry. Like, not to spoil anything, there's a point of the game in which, there's a stage in the story where it's like, kind of end-of-the-worldy. And, if you die in that stage, you get sent way back. No reloading a save, you have to basically start that stage of the game all over again. I didn't know that, and the game didn't tell me, because the game is very bad at, like, telling the player what they're supposed to be doing, or, like, the consequences of their actions. So yeah, it was like, it was a crying shame. I might just have to use cram gauges to deco this, because this is bugging me so much. LOL games cannot sell me on graphics anymore. I play this and others. Yeah, no, that's the way to go. Is like, you see a shiny trailer for a AAA game, you're like, nah, demo or nothing. Everything you hate is late-stage capitalism. I never played Age of Empires 2 wishing it was pretty. Well, of course not. It's very pretty. It's as pretty as it needs to be. Money as a concept makes perfect sense. Having some sort of standardized exchange set of pure part is kind of necessary for a civilization that's beyond hunter-gatherer, but no, not post-scarcity. Yeah, money is fine. It's the people whose entire sense of self-worth depends on having more money than they currently have as a default state. They are the problem. So yeah, it's restart your game. No, I don't think I will. Jeez. Yeah, it turns out there's no real evidence for a barter-based economy. Well, it's not the kind of thing you can gather evidence for, because it's just like, alright, I will give you this if you give me that. And that is basically, essentially a verbal exchange, particularly, like, in the pre-industrial era, so it's like... Honestly, the most evidence for barter economies come from times like the 19... Where was it? It was like 1920s Germany with hyperinflation where money was almost completely worthless. So people, like, resorted to barter instead because it was literally easier than lugging useless banknotes around. This don't look right. This don't look right. This don't look right. Go. Okay. You know what I could do? I could do... Hold on, I just want to see what happens. We could trim this off entirely. And I could deco the top of this. Let's go here. What's it? Sphere. I believe sphere. Is there a quarter of it? Half hollow. Hold on. Whoops. Mimic cubed pole. Mimic hollow. Nope. Mimic hollow sides. Hollow U. Nose cone. Whole half. This is all very useful. Quarter... Oh, yes, that's what I wanted. Quarter sphere. Alright, so let's go here. It's 9, and it's going to be alloy. And we're going to rotate it about 90 degrees. And then we're going to scale. Move there. Interesting. You scale that by 2. Aha, it's scaled by 4 because it's teeny tiny. Scale. Probably also 4, right? Nope, that's 2. That is 2. Oh gods, I hope that's not urgent, whatever it is. Down scaling 2, sink down a smidge. Just a smidge. Nope. That's not working. Appreciate your dedication to make the blocks work. I would just get the rough shape and deco the rest. Like, well, yeah, like, I'm not even sure how to decorate this properly. I'm thinking cram gauges, but, like, again, it's not smooth enough. Actually, hold on. Right, neat compromise. Applique, my beloved. Damn it. Alright, I'm gonna deco that over, that's for sure. It just occurred to me I could have covered the underside of this with applique and it would have worked perfectly well. But I did not do that, so here we are! We're having to suffer. Hehehe, suffer. Right, scale. 2. scale. What the? Aha! Honestly, I'm using that scale thing at the moment just to get the right size of things. Aha! That is as good as we're gonna get, because otherwise I will go cuckoo crazy. Cuckoo cuckoo, Mrs. Robinson. Meow 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 meow. Alright, actually we can do something here. We can do a thing here. We can do the same thing. With the power of stuff and things. What the hell did I just do? That lovely moment when you remember that applique exists. Ah! Okay then, decoed in one go. You could say the gold standard is a barter economy anyway. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Turns out it's basically, I'll get the next one. Economies, okay. Shibbity won't have anything the other one was. Barter, yeah, barter works on a small scale. How most international trades happen. I mean, kind of. Okay. That's a whole different conversation. Just download the mod that lets you use custom meshes and grab a 3D model of the space shuttle. You know what? Don't tempt me. Guess because that's the height as well. It still looks good to me. Applique is great for building, especially the texture. I keep forgetting applique as a seriously, that looks so much better than what I was trying to do. Lifesaver. Absolute bloody lifesaver. Alright, scale. Let's try 2. Let's see how that looks. Too much. Wait, no, that's perfect. That is perfect. Ah! Damn, that really is perfect. To me, you are perfect. Alright. Alright, scale. That is 2 and forward. Perfect. Yes! It's all coming together. Yes! Damn, it's taken us... this is called the Deadly Space Shuttle, but so far it's not that deadly. Okay then, and looking at this thing's bootay, basically the entire back of it is black, so we need to do that. Okay. It also means that I friggin' was, how do you say, too preemptive in this declaration here. Right, so, whoops, delete, or you could do this. This works as well. There we go. Okay, we're doing good. We got 15 minutes to make this thing armed and dangerous and legendary. Okay then. What do we want to do here? We want to do... what do we want to do? We want to do... Oh, that works. That, in fact, works perfectly. Great! Alright, so we're just gonna go... And... Was that enough? Yes, it was! Yeah! Here, just... Well, no, that's to the left. We want, Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Perfect, perfect. Does that cause horrible flickering? Yes, it does. I forgot to do the thing with the mirror. And I also forgot to do the thing with the mirror. I've remembered to do the thing with the mirror. Everyone applaud now. Alright, cool. That also was probably, Right, I'm gonna just do this just to stop it flickering. Is there any flickering? No, there isn't. Alright, so there's stuff on the back here. A bunch of engines, but, we'll worry about that later. Okay, this is looking pretty good. Enemy doesn't need to know that. What is people saying? Okay, I guess it could crash into... Not deadly at all, it's a fact. I guess it could crash into something that doesn't have thrusters. Enemy doesn't need to know. Damn, this thing really does have a chunky... Yeah, you look up... Look at the space shuttle's chunky ass. Look at this thing. There's so much going on back there. It's like, damn, girl, where are you going with all that? The answer is she's going to space. And in fact, did so. Actually, like, I'm streaming right now, but if someone could tell me or look up, like, why the space shuttle was retired, it's probably because it was too expensive. That would be really cool, because I'm now genuinely wondering why they stopped using this thing. It was automod, yep. That mod was fast, yeah. Mod, can't see that on the app, apparently, thanks Twitch. Why is Twitch bad? As modder should be able to see what got sold by automod and on the app. No, shuttle exempt from the fleet colors rule. It's not exempt from the fleet colors. We're going to work out where we could put fleet colors on this thing. For now, it's just base black and white space shuttle. No, not anymore. She's not because it was wildly inefficient. Okay. Not anymore. She's not. On purpose, though, so they shouldn't have counted against it. You don't need to lift all that mass every time you launch something. Okay, true. Space station exist. Weren't they running out of engines too? Alright, yeah, that actually makes sense. It's like, as computers have gotten better, you don't actually need to send human beings up there to do, like, routine maintenance work on satellites and stuff like that. So that makes sense. That does make a lot of sense. It's kind of set. The space shuttle is actually up there with things like Concorde and the SR-71, which is like, this thing is bloody awesome, but unfortunately, like, there was a point where it was no longer necessary or no longer useful. Which, make me sad. It make me sad, but it's okay. Do you want a pizza pie? That is, I don't know why I said that. Let's not do that. Right, so on my reference here, there's this kind of, this thing. I don't know what that is, but I'm going to try and replicate it. Probably with a modified jet engine or something. Where is it? It's here. I think we're gonna do... What are we gonna do? We're gonna do something like this. Does that pop out? No, not really. It's also not fully circular, but I'm going to cheat. To cheat just a smidge and do that again, except wait a minute, wait a dang minute, what am I doing? There's this wacky thing called a cram barrel. Wacky, I say! Wacky, wacky, wacky. And once more, and this one is gonna be bigger. Hold on a second. Hell yeah. Okay. That one is a bit too big. Okay, so... Right. Regular barrel. good. Yes. Yes, good. Yes. Yes. What are these noises I'm making? Okay. Hatch, there was also nothing to do with it. If you do want to send humans, you can send them a smaller pod. Have a massive vehicle capable of bailing the opponent, or just put a disposable shroud around it and save yourself tons and tons of weight. It was only really designed to be a test bed to prove reusability anyway. They knew it would be more expensive than just eating them in space. Like many Cold War projects, with one part prestige, one part weird military capabilities, and one part just because we can. The first chapter of my fluid dynamics textbook talks about it, and basically it was a tester. Oh, so the space shuttle was never really supposed to be like a long-term thing, eh? Interesting. I did not know that. We've learned something today, or at least I have. There's something that bums me out about that, honestly, but, what you gonna do? The powers that be. Technology. Tee-hee-hee. Alright, so... if I do something like... uh-oh. Right, so I need to... Alright, so scale. That is up and down. And that is up and down. And we're going to go... curses. How are we going to do this? And left, right, positioning. Right, that is not quite what I want, but that's okay. So we're just gonna go left, right, positioning. Just pop it out slightly. Pop it out a smidge. Don't need to pop that out. Apply with mirror. Apply with mirror. Look at me doing deco work. If I do this, nope. If I do this, nope. Nope. Yes! Kind of. Sort of. Nope. Balls. Oh, interesting. I appear to... well, I'm so sorry, game, but, apparently I've made everything too big. And something like that as well. Actually, you know what? Balls. Right, this, we're gonna make that a 3 meter slope. Alloy, 3 meter slope. 3 meters, thank you. Deco work with borderwise. Alright, wanted a significant cross-range capability so it could land in other places. Military want V2 to have cannon. Oh, hang on, my memory kicked in. Columbia was 2003, Wisconsin 2004. Whenever I think about the space shuttle, I'm reminded of one of my favorite movie scenes. It's so silly. I'm not going to click on that now. Can you describe it, please? For the benefit of people who can watch Twitch, but not that? I don't know. Okay, good news is that this is kind of a squarish texture anyway, which makes decoing really friggin' easy. And wait a minute. Not what I wanted to do. Not what I wanted to do. At all not what I wanted to do. Ah, God. Oh, lordy. From a movie called The Core, it's a space shuttle coming into the atmosphere and finding out their way, of course, so they have to land in downtown Los Angeles. Damn! How do you stuff up that badly? It's utter nonsense. Okay, utter nonsense. Got it. Utter nonsense confirmed. How are we doing? Doing good. That is basically what it looks like. Except that's a dark hole in the middle there, so I'm going to, in my infinite wisdom, put a pole here. What was that? That was 0.2, 0.25. Alright, so emissive only. Cool, cool, cool. And we're just going to inflate this a little bit. Inflation has happened! Cool, that looks nothing like what I was going for, but it will frickin' do. Also, it needs an extra bit on the news. It needs an extra bit on the snoot. How do you get extra thing on the snoot? You get it like... I don't know how you get it, actually. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What's the angle of these things again? Alright, so pitch is, whoops. .5, right? Yeah, this is not gonna be a pain in the ass to do, is it? Was it 14? Close enough. Alright, and left-right scaling is like that. Whoopsie-daisy. And that is 9 meters across. Okay, there's that, and need to scooch that back a little bit, like so. Well, thank you, John McFist. Reasonable remains such a baffling hill to die on in the space industry. Okay, see you, Orange. Alright, I want to watch that one Diesel Train Runaway movie. The whole premise of the movie is that the Earth's core stops spinning, so the magnetic field that protects us is breaking down. What the hell? So they have to go down to the core in a tunneling ship made of what they literally call unobtainium. Really? They poached that off Avatar. And borohydrate. Instead of nukes to make the core stop moving again. That's very stupid. Sounds amazing. The neutrinos have mutated. Can a booster safely? Paracoot. What? I'm working with some people in the New Zealand space industry. Very funny. Nice! That is one of the things that, like, it's easy to forget about even if you live in New Zealand, is that New Zealand does have a space agency. Actually, a pretty decent one. Like, they are people who work, like, you know, on the phone with people in NASA and stuff like that. We just happen to have that. Oh, the core predates Avatar by like 15 years. Oh, other way around! Well, it was decent. Alright, is it yet? No, not real talk again. Did it get funding cuts as well? The man has gone slightly man. Damn the man! For anyone who doesn't know, Not to get political, and I'm not gonna go on with this at length. New Zealand currently has one of the worst governments we've had in a long, long, long time. And I'm really hoping they don't get elected again, because, they basically promised to fix the economy. That was the whole reason, the current parties got elected. Not only did they not do that, they have made things worse for people. On paper, things look better. For people, not so much. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. I know, some people, like, really prefer not to have, like, the political type streams. So, yeah, no, I'm gonna say. Yeah, but have you considered economy bad because treaty? Ah, yes, that. That's the Treaty of Waitangi, in case anyone's curious. Unobtainium far predates either of those movies. I mean, it is a pretty obvious name. Oh, yeah, gotcha. As an American, sounds eerily familiar. Well, yes. It's almost like they're trying to copy someone in particular. Okay. No more politics, no more politics. Space shuttle, space shuttle. Focus on space shuttle. How am I gonna do this little thing here? This is gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. I could do that. What? Alright, so if we do this... If we do this... Well, there is no slope that looks like that. How do you... Alright, so let me show you what I'm trying to do here, folks. The space shuttle has this kind of extra line there. I'm not going to mimic it exactly, but how do you do this line? How do you do that line? CEO of Rocket Lab, I know you found a really good for material for heat chili, but it's the same color that SpaceX uses and we need to be distinct. Wait, what? Baltic? Yes, Luna. Baltic happened. Alright, I just need to figure out this line and then we can end the stream. Wait, what happens if I think outside the box? What happens if I do this? That's not what I wanted. That is... You know what? This could work better. Means that I could scoot this forward. And... Okay. That'll freaking do, pig. Alright, so I'm going to move that to the tether to the right a little bit. Just so... 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it exactly... Yes! Yes, it is. Is it perfect? No. Does it need to be perfect? Also no. Should I do this? I did it. Okay then. Or you could literally do this, dude. We have our distinctive black snoot. Okay, so space shuttle is looking good. That's the 2-hour mark. Voltec, that was an actual meeting my friend sat in on. Really? Honestly, not sure how you do that other than advanced mimic UI mod triangle. I cheated. I cheated and I got lazy, which is, as we all know, the best way to build a space shuttle. Okay, so I'm pleased with what we've done here. This is taking... It's 2 streams so far, and, like, this thing's an empty shell. There's nothing in it. We still need to add functionality to this damn thing. The good news is, it floats. So, at the very least, I'm actually preemptively going to take a little screeny shot of this. There we go. Alright! Gorlath is streaming from the depths. We should go say hi. This, yeah, oh yeah, the space shuttle. Definitely a thing that you want to take shortcuts on. Absolutely. Rootin' tootin', absolutely. Okay, what do I need to do? I've done the thing, I've done the thing, I've done the thing. Let's check the stream to-do list. We've done the things. Excellent. Oh, I'm excited. Oh, I'm excited. I do like a space shuttle. I think it looks very cool. I think it looks good. Okay! If this was even width, you could have side-by-side large missiles. Yeah, but I don't want to do that, so... yep. Oh, you call me a coward, do you? You call me a coward? Feel free. I'm actually really pleased with how that tail fin turned out. It's not spot on, but this rear section might be some of the prettiest work I've ever done. Man, I think my new favorite fleet colors is just going to be like white with black trim. It just works. It just works. Okay then. We're done. We are so done. How do I know what spot is taken on the spreadsheet? Yes, I'm dumb. If it's blank, if it's got an... Alright, so a blank spot on the spreadsheet literally looks like this. It's blank. There's nothing in it. If it's got anything in it, then it is not open. That's how you know. That is the end. Goodbye. That got modded? Yep. That got... Well, I mean, it's... I know what you meant. I knew you weren't serious, Dr. Dooley, but, like, yeah, like, it's an insult. So, what do you want to build for Pigeon? I don't know what you mean, Dr. Dooley. Alright, so we're gonna raid into... Well, firstly, I'm going to share the VOD channel for the people who don't know that it's there. Do remember to subscribe if you're watching later on YouTube, because it'll be helpful. Do want to get that VOD channel monetized if possible. It would be really good. Anything that is with free space. Yeah, fair. What do you want to build for? Pigeon? What? Why am I pinning this? I don't need to. Okay, and in case anyone hasn't noticed, I am a self-published author, and by gum, I'm going to annoy people with that. So I'm going to share my author website. Because it has not one, but 2 books on it. I'm talking to Dr. Pigeon. Oh! Streamer brain happened. Sorry. Okay then, let's raid Gorlath, because Gorlath is fun and cool. And Gorlath's probably beating the From the Depths hard thing. Whoops. Raid Gorlath streams. Let's go there. Okay then. Streamer brain continues to not happen. Yeah, it does. That is how Streamer brain works. Okay, so we did good this stream. It was very good. See you tomorrow, hopefully, for more Space Shuttle, and I'll see you then. Have a good one. Raiding now. Farewell.